So February 20th of 2017, I became top rated seller. On the same day, I started tweeting my items into Twitter. And it seemed like my sales just went, well, I wouldn't say through the roof, especially compared to lately, but they definitely helped my sales. But my problem is that tweeting took some time to do. It may be because I was taking time to research good hashtags, also good ways to tweet your items. So I did spend some time on that. So here's the deal. I wanted to do an experiment. A top rated seller status. I know that once you have that status, your items come up in searches a lot better than without the status. But I also started tweeting, so I couldn't tell if it was one or the other or possibly both that were giving me more sales. I wanted to narrow it down, that if I was still getting the same amount of sales without tweeting, then I'm not going to spend the time tweeting. So I did an experiment. A few weeks ago I started it, and I just stopped tweeting my items. However, although this doesn't make much of a difference, I will say that I started using, I believe it's called Froze Social on eBay. It's one of eBay's internal apps. And I set it up to where every time I have a new listing, it tweets it for me. The problem with that is the pictures do not come with it. There is a link, but there are no hashtags unless you put them in there for every single item you put them in. Now, my problem with that is I sell different types of items. I sell clothing, I sell toys, I sell knickknacks, I sell all kinds of different things. I was trying to use very general tweets so it would apply to all of my items. See, right here is a good example of using the Froze Social on eBay. You see, I've already put in these hashtags, but there's a possibility that this item is not a fashion hashtag. I put shopaholic, fashionista. That stuff I usually put on for clothing and accessories. However, I did get more general with the hashtag shop, deal, bargain, sell, steal, and all that. So I'm going to click on this link and see what the item actually is. It's a purse. So it applies. However, if we go back, I could have put hashtag purse and put more relevant hashtags to a purse than bargain, deal, sell, steal, because those, I don't think those are that good. They're very, very general. I haven't seen great sales from those. So as you can see, that's why I got to do more than just let some bot do it for me. So I did this experiment, and the whole time I did not tweet, my sales went down. And at first I thought, well, sales seem to be slow for everybody from what I was seeing on Facebook, on YouTube, or whatever. But then I started seeing other places where people's sales were just fine, they were getting better, whatever. You know, for 3 weeks with very low sales, I decided, okay, I'm going to try and start tweeting again. I started tweeting again, and my sales then went through the roof. So I have come to the conclusion that it is worth my time to tweet proper tweets with proper hashtags for each individual item. And I'm going to show you what I have done in a few different steps. Before I start tweeting, I want to look up good hashtags. Okay, so what I do to research hashtags, good hashtags, I have Googled, and that's a little helpful. But what I find most helpful is I just do a search myself with certain hashtags. So let's say I'm doing a purse. So for Twitter, one of the ways that I find popular good hashtags is usually within actual tweeting. So right here, when you're starting a tweet, as you can see, it already pulls up the most popular ones as of right now without even putting in anything but a hashtag. But I want to see what I can find under purse. So I'm going to type in purse. And purse is the only thing that came up. So I'm thinking nothing else is going to really be that popular in Twitter for purse. But I'm going to go ahead and use it because it is a purse. And let's see, let's try handbag. Well, okay, handbag is a good one. Usually if there's not more than 1 or 2 suggestions, they're probably not going to be that great, but it is a purse, it's a handbag, I'm going to use it. So we have plenty of room to try other things. And this is where, you know, maybe you would put in fashion. See what pops up from there. Maybe something that a word related to a purse you didn't think of will pop up. There's fashion revolution, fashion designer, fashion week, and these are words you can use. I mean, they're popular. Obviously, it looks like in Twitter, things relevant to a purse is not that popular. So I'm going to use other things that are close to being relevant in Twitter. So I would probably put fashionista. And I'm just going to, there's so many for fashion, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of those. Fashion revolution. You know, just find something that's relevant to your item. But this is the best way, it seems like. I have tried other ways, like just actually, let's come out of here. And doing a search for hashtags. But if there's not very many, then hashtags won't pop up. IDs with the word purse in them pop up. So let's try some. I know this works with hashtags too, so let's try fashion. So there you go. Fashion lovers. That's a good one. Just the word fashion. That's a good one. So this is also a way to research on Twitter your hashtags. The good news is that with Instagram, I believe that Instagram is probably the best way to do your research for hashtags. However, not all Instagram hashtags work in Twitter, as you can see. But you can still use them, you know. But if you're trying to look for the best hashtags for the best platform or the best social media that you're using, you're probably going to want to use that social media to see what's most popular on that social media. So in this case, for Twitter, for my purse, I would not really use the word purse too much because that does not seem to be very popular in Twitter. But I'll show you how it's popular in Instagram. So let's do purse. Now, as you can see here, I have the choice to choose top, people, tags, places, etc., etc. And I'm going to go ahead and click tags. Now, not only do I get to see what are most popular, it also shows me how many public posts are for that. And what the kind of hashtags I want to choose is not with too many public posts, because then it'll just get drowned out in the sea of posts that are in that. But I also don't want to do not enough public posts, because then not many people are going to it. So if you look here, purses, hashtags has over 500,000. That might be okay. I'm still working out the kinks on what is the perfect amount of public posts to use as a hashtag. That might be a pretty high one, but still. Now with Instagram, you can put in 30 hashtags, I believe is correct. So hashtag purses, maybe one I would use. Purse addict, I would use that. Let's see here. And I would write all these down on a piece of paper. Let's see here. Purse lover is a good one. Purse first might be a good one. Purse love, 8,000. That's a good amount, and it's not. It doesn't. It's an amount that looks like it might not drown in all of the posts. You know, so you see my point. And then you get to some that you'll come down. Let's see here, because I've seen some with like 100, 800 posts. Those might be not enough. As a matter of fact, I don't think so. Maybe anything under, well, like I said, I'm still trying to work out the kinks on that. Research, you know, a really good amount of public posts. So once I find that out, I will definitely share that. Purse for sale looks like, you know, possibly a good one. So I use a little bit of the 7,000, 9,000, 10,000 range. And I'll be honest, if a hashtag is way too perfect to use, that even if it only has like 400 posts, I might still use it. because for one thing, it's just perfect. So somebody that might actually use that hashtag is going to see my post easily. Well, let's do another example. Let's say a dress. There's all kinds of different dresses. So I have some dresses right now that I've added the word Coachella in my title because they are perfect dresses to wear to Coachella, to buy to go to Coachella. And since that is, the festival that's going on this weekend, and you might even want to check out what is going on with the Coachella hashtag. See, I don't even have to spell it all the way out. Coachella 2017. And that only has 100,000. So that might be a good amount of public posts to put in, because that doesn't seem like too much compared to the one on top there, which is over 2 million. That would definitely drown. I mean, doesn't mean you can't use it, but I'm just saying it may just drown in there. And what I see when I see like 2 million, I think I still get likes or views or whatever, but I think it's just from those people that happen to be looking in that hashtag while I'm hashtagging it and posting it. Because otherwise it's going to get drowned out real quick because so many people are using those hashtags. Coachella style, that looks like a good one. So I think you see my point. This is how I research and the hashtags, and it just seems to me more accurate than using some of the hashtag websites that I've used. Like I said, they are helpful, but it takes a lot of time to do that kind of research, and this just seems to go by quicker if I just go directly into the app, Instagram or Twitter, and you can also do this with Facebook. Okay, so I've done my research. Well, this is the one I did for my contest. I used eBay Win, eBay Sweeps, eBay Power Seller, Contest Alert, Giveaway Free, Contest Giveaway, Contest Time, Giveaway Alert. And the reason why it's only hashtags in the post is because there was not enough room to put all this other information in there and the hashtags. So what I did instead was I put the information in the pictures. And luckily you can put more than one picture into Twitter. So what I like in my tweets is a link and typically a picture created because of the link, created by the link. I don't like to really put photos in. I did with this contest one, of course, because I don't have a link to anything for that. But when I have items, as you can see, like with this person's, and you could see, their hashtags and how they use a little bit of hashtags, a little bit of, actually talking to your audience. You want to talk to your audience as part of kind of building the relationship. You don't want to just throw at them, hey, buy this, with all my hashtags. You want to talk to your audience a little bit. So you want to mix in some hashtags with talking to your audience. And because of her link on here, on her post, a picture of her item pops up. That's exactly the way I like it. That's what seems to work. One big reason why tweeting and posting on Instagram with your store is so important is because it helps with the search engine optimization. It brings your stuff, your store, your items up higher in the search rank when people Google. Because when people are shopping online, they don't typically just go to eBay or Etsy or whatever platform you use. I personally do eBay and Google because I want, to check out prices everywhere. So when it's just Google, this helps. Using social media helps your stuff come up higher in the search ranks in Google. And that's pretty important because everybody uses Google. It's universal. So I hope I answered all the questions. If you have any more, please post them and I would be happy to help. Thanks for watching.